Good morning. This is Pastor Zach with the Goodland United Methodist Church with your morning devotion for Tuesday, October 3rd. Today I'll be reading from the Gospel of Mark in the 6th chapter, verses 34 through 46. As he went ashore, he saw a great crowd, and he had compassion for them because they were like sheep without a shepherd. And he began to teach them many things. When it grew late, his disciples came to him and said, "This is a deserted place, and the hour is very late. Send them away so they may go into the surrounding country and villages and buy something for themselves to eat." But he answered them, "You give them something to eat." They said to him, "Are we to go and buy 200 denarii worth of bread and give it to them to eat?" And he said to them, "How many loaves have you? Go and see." When they found out, they said, 5 and 2 fish. Then he ordered them to get all the people to sit down in groups on the green grass. So they sat down in groups of hundreds and fifties. Taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, he looked up to heaven, and blessed and broke the loaves, and gave them to his disciples to set before the people. And he divided the 2 fish among them all, and all ate and were filled. And they took up 12 baskets full of broken pieces and of the fish. Those who had eaten the loaves numbered 5,000 men. Immediately he made his disciples get into the boat and go on to the other side, to Bethsaida. After saying farewell to them, he went on up to the mountain to pray. Jesus first responds to the crowds in this passage because they seem lost, like sheep without a shepherd. Here he doesn't cure or feed, but instead reaches out and meets them, teaching and preaching and opening up to them the power and possibility of life in God's kingdom. This is a way maybe we should approach our community and our world. Why we should ask people what they need, not just want, but really need. And in turn, we could do the same with ourselves. Instead of responding to what our wants are, what do we really need? To go further and ask more questions of ourselves. What might we change in order to get the desired element in our lives? The question implies that we often have more than we might imagine, and then indeed our very confusion of wants and needs regularly contributes to our problem. It's hard to make time and effort for what you need. In other words, if you're always chasing some false want nurtured by scarcity, in a highly consumeristic culture, we'll never find what we're looking for. Second, how might we help each other live more abundant lives? Because that's what we're talking about here, abundance. Not just happiness or belonging or a sense of purpose, but something bigger that includes all these things, but also includes justice and peace and community. In Mark's Gospel, Jesus calls this the kingdom of God. In the Gospel of John, he describes it as abundant life. No matter what you name it, however it is, we all want it. We all have a sense something more is out there than just us, and we all desperately like some help in living into the kingdom world of abundant life that Jesus offers each and every one of us. This message seems increasingly important in a world filled with violence and despair. That we can gather together, that we can help each other in community and experience miracles just like the feeding of the 5,000. Have a blessed day.